Right, so in a massive landmark milestone bill, which is the assisted dying bill, which yesterday has just been passed, and this is a long time coming. But this has been debated for years and years, and now this has finally been passed in probably the most decisive bill ever made, as you'll see a bit further down the page. So MPs back proposals to legalise assisted dying. So yeah, this is just passed yesterday. MPs have backed proposals to legalise assisted dying in England and Wales in a historic vote which paves the way for a change in the law. In the first Commons vote on the issue in nearly a decade, MPs supported a bill which would allow terminally ill adults expected to die within 6 months to seek help to end their own life by 330 to 275, a majority of 55. As you can see, yes, as you can see, terminally ill to die within 6 months. So it's obviously not just anyone can do it, which is good. Otherwise, you're going to have like DWP people causing people to do this. But anyway, it followed an emotional debate in the chamber where MPs from both sides shared personal stories which had informed their decisions. The bill will now face many more months of debate and scrutiny by MPs and peers, who could choose to amend it with the approval of both Houses of Parliament required before it becomes law. And I'm not sure when it actually does become law. Supporters gathered outside Parliament and hugged each other as the result was announced. Campaign group Dignity in Dying said the vote was a historic step toward greater choice and protection for dying people. Yeah. Instead of, because before you would have to go to Switzerland to do it at Dignitas. Now you won't have to do that now. Dame Esther Ranson, one of the most high-profile campaigners for assisted dying, said she was absolutely thrilled. Yeah, I remember the thing with Debbie Purdy, who was campaigning it for years, who had multiple sclerosis, I think. Yeah, so the broadcaster who has terminal lung cancer, didn't know that, actually, said any change in the law could probably come too late to affect her personally. I don't know how long she's got then. But she said future generations will be spared the ordeals we have to suffer at the moment if the bill becomes law. Labour MP Kim Ledbetter, who put forward the bill, told the BBC she was a bit overwhelmed. Following the vote, and it meant a huge amount to be able to tell campaigners the bill had passed in its first parliamentary hurdle. However, Conservative Danny Kruger, a leading opponent of the bill, said it could be defeated at a later stage if MPs' concerns were not properly addressed. I don't know what you mean by that. We'll see. He said many of his colleagues believe the bill is very dangerous, and he hoped that it safeguards it. He hoped that if safeguards in the legislation were not strengthened, they would choose to vote against it in the future. So yeah, of course it is a very sensitive issue, obviously. But like I said, yeah, it has to be like for very terminally ill people who with only a few months left to live anyway. So as you can see here, like I said earlier, it's very split between all parties, which I've not seen it ever been like that before. Both sides are evenly split almost. That's how split it was. So the people who voted for were Labour 234, Lib Dem 61, Tories 23, Green 4, Plaid 3, Reform 3, Independent 1 and SDLP 1. Against 275, Labour for 147. So as you can see here, it's quite split in the middle between these. Tory against 92. 11 Lib Dems voted against. 14 Independent against. So who was the independent that voted for it? I'm not sure. We'll find out later probably. DUP 5. Reform 2. So yes, even Reform. I thought Reform would be fully against it, but apparently not. They're very split. APNI 1. I'm not sure what that is. Applied 1. TUV. That's that Unionist Voice, I think. 1. And Ulster Unionist Party 1. Abstentions 18 Labour, Tory 3, SNP 9. Also, most SNP looks like they've. Don't know. I'm sure there's more of SNP votes. These people. Anyway, no, yes. Sinn Féin 7 they don't vote anyway because they don't take part in Parliament. And SDLP 1. So anyway, yeah. MPs were given a free vote, which is good, absolutely. Actually, not a free line whip and some shit like that. We should get rid of that with whip. Meaning they can make a decision. I can't even say that word properly. Based on their own conscience, rather than having to follow a party line. Yeah, there's nothing party line about it. It's proper bipartisan. A higher percentage of female MPs backed the bill compared to their male counterparts. Okay. Of the 258 female MPs able to express their preference, 143 or 55% were in favour, while 188, 49% of the 381 male MPs backed the bill. Yeah, so that's 50-50 almost. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and his Conservative predecessor Rishi Sunak voted in favour, while Tory leader Kemi Badenoch voted against. The PM, who previously supported change in the law by 2015, did not speak in the debate or reveal how he planned to vote in advance, saying he did not want to influence the decision of MPs. Okay, fair enough. No, not that it shouldn't matter. The government has taken a neutral stance on the bill and has said it will work to ensure its effective if Parliament backs a change in the law. The vote followed more than 4 hours of passionate debate in a packed Commons chamber. More than 160 MPs requested to speak, but far fewer got an opportunity to do so due to time constraints, of course, with 650 MPs. You can't all do it. Opening the debate, Ledbetter said the current law was failing and needed to change to give terminally ill people choice at the end of their life. Yeah, as we should. The MP for Spen Valley, so is that the old Labour Batley and Spen? It's called Spen Valley now. Said that too many people were experiencing heartbreaking suffering as a result of the cruel reality of the status quo. She gave examples of terminally ill people who had died, screaming for assistance or taking their own lives because they were in uncontrollable pain. Yeah, it's not right. See, you can do it for animals, like pets, if they're like really sick and that you put them to sleep, but you can't do it to people in the same conditions. And that's wrong, and it shouldn't be wrong. Opponents of the bill raised concerns that terminally ill people, particularly the elderly, disabled, or vulnerable, could be pressurised into ending their own lives. Yeah. They also argued the focus should be on improving end-of-life care rather than introducing assisted dying. Well, yeah, you can have hospices, but what's the point if you're like really if you're not gonna get any better or you're still in serious pain all the time? Ledbetter insisted her bill including the most robust and strongest set of safeguards and protections in the world with strict eligibility criteria. To be eligible for assisted dying under Ledbetter's terminally ill adults end of life bill, Someone must have a mental capacity to make a choice about ending their life and express a clear, settled, and informed wish, free from coercion or pressure at every stage of the process. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. Two independent doctors and a High Court judge must be satisfied someone is eligible and has made their decision voluntarily. Yep. And speaking of which, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of these DNRs. Like for people with learning disabilities or people who don't consent or do consent but don't want to be DNR'd, if you know what I mean. Do not resuscitate. However, Labour's Diane Abbott was among those who argued these safeguards were not sufficient. Yeah, okay. The longest serving female MP said she feared the role of a judge could be only a rubber stamp. She told MPs some terminally ill people may also feel under pressure to end their lives as they don't want to be a burden or because of the cost of their care. Yeah, maybe. Cabinet ministers are divided over the issue, with Health Secretary Wes Streeting and Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood, the two ministers who would have overall responsibility for implementing any change of the law, voted against. Overall, 15 cabinet members, including Chancellor Rachel Reeves and Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, voted in favour, or 8 voted against. Yes, it's like I said, it's very split in the middle, which is not often you see that. Current laws across the UK prevent people from asking for medical help to die. Yeah, that needs to be changed, and hopefully very soon. You think? A separate bill to legalise assisted dying in Scotland has been proposed by a Liberal Democrat member of the Scottish Parliament and is expected to be voted on MSPs next year. So yeah, hopefully that goes the same way. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, so big news. This is what should have been done a long time ago, to be honest. And yeah, let's see how. I'm not sure when it actually becomes law. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't just backfire. Yeah.